Hello and welcome back to today's episode of the What is K-pop I feel like it was one of those days. No, I feel like today's one of those days where everything kind of goes wrong. Hello and welcome back to the K-pop podcast, in which I, your host Sophie, whatever you want to call me, talk about K-pop groups, their members, their discographies, and anything else in general that I want to talk about. Today's topic is about SM Entertainment's Rise, NCT, EXO, and their third back group and their fourth back group. That was a really weird way of explaining it. Basically, I'm doing about SHINee and EXO. And a tinsy bit of housekeeping. I feel like we need to do a tinsy bit of housekeeping right here. Today's episode is going to cover quite dark topics, such as taking of one's life, and how would you PG-13 this? Not having consent whilst doing certain things. We are going to cover both situations that have happened with both the groups. So I did want to give that warning now. Maybe for Friday's episode, I might actually do a non-trigger warning version of this. However, I did feel like it was relevant to talk about Jonghyun and Chris, because they're a part of the groups too. They're a part of the history, even if one of them's no longer here with us and the other one is in the prison system in China. So I did kind of want to give you that clarification. The first part of this episode is going to be about EXO, and actually I wanted to talk briefly about how I actually have a headache right now, and it's one of the annoying ones that I kept on getting before I went on my pills that I'm now on. So I don't know whether or not it's an actual migraine or whether or not I am just going absolutely crazy, and the stress of doing a course, doing a podcast, being a boss bitch is finally getting to me, and like my health is failing me somehow. So I will just randomly pause throughout this to take my pills, and also give you lot listening a break to kind of digest what you had just listened to. So EXO debuted under SM Entertainment with 12 members, was it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 12. And those were Suho, Xiumin, Baekhyun, Chen, Chanyeol, Dio, Kai, Sehun, Lei, Chris, Tao, and Luhan. This is all coming from the K profiles site. Currently, as of pretty much most of EXO's career, it's not really been known whether or not Lei is still a member, really, just because he does a lot of activities in China. However, he is still listed as a member. SM's not really come out to say that he isn't. Lei himself hasn't come out to say anything about it. So I think he just sort of kind of does him. Kind of like one of the members of VIX under Jellyfish. They didn't have their member during the promotions of their latest release, and that was because he decided that he wanted to focus on his acting, I think. And also I think he was like in a project, so I don't think he could have been in it. like during the preparations. So he was just like, nah, I'll just skip out. Lots of people actually didn't like that. To be fair, for me, didn't really have an opinion on the whole situation, given that it is someone's personal life, and at the end of the day, as long as they're happy and healthy and doing what they want, then who cares? So EXO was divided up into two initial subunits, EXO-K and EXO-M. EXO-M was the Mandarin subunit or the Chinese subunit, and EXO-K was the Korean subunit. EXO-M didn't have all Chinese members though. It was a mix of both. And the reason why 3 of the 4 Chinese members ended up leaving was due to mistreatment. At least in their point of view, I don't, and that sort of thing is subjective, so I can't really comment on whether or not it was any sort of mistreatment. However, I don't think Lay's ever come out and said that he had been mistreated, so maybe it was a Chris Tao Luhan thing, but I mean, as long as 2 of them are happy and healthy, then, that's all I have to say on that. And I hope that the other one is, hope he steps on Lego during the night. That's all I'm gonna say. But they made their debut on the 8th of April 2012. In 2012, actually, there's like the overarching memory that I have was actually the Olympics that took place in London, and I actually I'm not a massive I don't like major national events that everyone gets kind of involved in. I don't like to partake in that, mainly because of the fact that I'm just here existing on this world. I don't want to have to. I don't have much national pride for England. However, when the Olympic torch was going around England, I actually managed to go and see it, like running through the town centre that I live in, and also the person after the torch ceremony had finished, who was carrying it for that leg of it. I think it goes between. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes between them. They let me and all of the members of my class, and I think the other kids to touch the lamp. Obviously, it must have been after the Olympics actually, or maybe the Olympics finished before I left year 4. But I managed to touch the lamp. Yeah, so that's the overarching memory I have. And also, one of the events actually happened when where I then eventually went on holiday a few years later in Weymouth, I think it was Weymouth or Portland, down south, and we got to see the monument that had been made to celebrate the abseiling event, actually, that took place on the waters there. So yeah, no, that was fun. Don't know why I felt I needed to tell that story. However, we are going to get on to EXO's fandom name is EXO-Ls. And they didn't actually get that fandom name until I think like 3 years after debut, which is embarrassing. Okay, so we're not gonna say I'm going to mention the subunits as we go along. However, it's not going to be split up between EXO-K and EXO-M, mainly because of the fact I have no patience for that. And you know what? I wanna do the episode and be like, yay, done it. done it already. You know, I don't. You can like it. This podcast is not professional at all. It's just me living my life and talking about K-pop. Anyway, Suho. Suho is not the eldest. I was about to say the eldest, but he is not the eldest. His birth name is Kim Junmyeon. He's the leader, lead vocalist, and visual. Born on the 22nd of May 1991, making him a Gemini. Stands at 173 centimeters tall, or 5'8", so he's a little bit shorter than me. He is Korean, and for whatever reason, felt like I need to say this, but his blood type is AB. Doesn't say whether or not it is positive or negative. However, in the grand schemes of things, I don't think we need to know that. I was about to say that it doesn't actually matter, but it does, because it's like basically like when you do tests and like having surgeries or something, typically when like they find out your blood type, it's because if in the event that like something happens during the procedure, they're able to give you like blood transfusions, and if you don't have the right blood like going into your body, the body kind of has like a reaction, and it has a reaction. I think you end up actually potentially might drown in your own blood or something. I don't know. I've never really delved that deep into the internet. I go very weird into the internet, but that was not something that I've like ever properly learned. But I do think it's like, or like it just isn't good. But yeah, Suho was a part of EXO K, and is a part of EXO's main vocal line, and his Instagram is at Kim Jun Cotton. If you would like to follow him, I think I follow him on Instagram actually. He lives in the Apgujeong neighborhood of Seoul, and he has an older brother called Kim Dong-kyun. No, Kim Dong-kyu. He is 4 years older, making him a 1987 liner. And he initially went to the Korean National University of Arts, majoring in acting between 2009 and 2011, until he withdrew, and then joined the Kyunghee Cyber University, majoring in the Arts Department of Business Administration. And it says that apparently out of all the EXO members, he is best at public speaking, and he speaks basic English. And I will say this now, he was in Behind Your Touch. Behind Your Touch was a K-drama on Netflix that came out, I believe it was around about this time last year, or maybe it was near my birthday actually, and let me tell you, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Behind Your Touch, because it was round about my birthday. Oh yeah, so the 12th of August to the 1st of October. Yeah, so essentially what has happened is that like I was telling my sister about it, and she was like, maybe you should like watch it and like tell me if I should watch it too. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so I ended up watching it, and I would like I wouldn't watch like the new episodes when they came out. I'd like wait a week, and then I would kind of like binge watch like 3 episodes in one. So, and then I went on holiday in the September time, and then it made it so that I was only just managing to see the episodes as the finale came out, because spoiler alert, Suho's character ends up getting unalived during the second to last episode, and I was like, oh my god, because like how it was presented was that Sunu, which is his character's name, was like being portrayed as like the murderer, and I was like, this is the weirdest thing I have ever seen, but also I can't stop watching it. So there was that. And then it ended up being the person that Sunu's character had been renting a room from who ended up being the murderer. And I was like, it's always the person you least expect it to be. And I cannot remember why on earth, like, he ended up murdering everyone because, like, it was said in the show. I was sure it was said in the show. But like I can't remember. Like I literally cannot remember in the slightest. The person who plays the murderer is Park Hyuk Kwon. And he's like a shaman. Don't The only thing I think about when I hear like the word shaman is a sham, like it's a scam man or a sham, like it's a scam man. And that he was trying to earn money for his wife and son back in Australia or to Australia because his son wanted to learn to be a K-pop idol, I think it was, and he actually had him speaking English, and because also the show was dubbed, it was dubbed over as it was releasing, like it had obviously them speaking in dubbed over English, and so when like they were having it so that the son like could be understood, it wasn't his original voice, it was the dubbed over English version. So I was watching their lips for some reason, and I was like, he is actually saying those words. So I turned off the dub and I had it so that I could just hear like the Korean original. And I was like, this is the trippiest shit I've ever heard. Because like I'm so used to the dubbed voices now that hearing the real person's voice is so strange to me. My sister always says to me, Sophie, do not watch things dubbed. I also watch them subbed too, so I've got the sub and the dub on at the same time, and I know that's like a massive thing of like subs not dubs, and I'm like, I don't care, because like half the time when I'm like watching them, I'm also doing about 50,000 million things at the same time. So like doing this, like researching for this podcast, or I'm writing fan fiction, or I'm like doing something. So half the time I'm not even able to like fully focus on the screen. And so having it dubbed over and also having already watched the dramas that I do watch during the day also helps with that. Um, just a quick pause because I do need to take my meds. It's around about the same time as I normally take them throughout the day, so we're just going to pause for just 1 second. Had a beverage during that time. Don't mind me. Yep, just talk amongst yourself for a minute. We love the professionalness of it. Yep. Any fellow UK people here, I majorly recommend Tesco chocolate digestives if you eat that sort of stuff, because they are so good. So good. Anyway, back to Suhai. He is really close to Sun Sehun, who's the Mac name. They've known each other for at least 17 years as of 2024, and they used to share a room together, but now they have separate rooms. Oh, I'm gonna choke on a crumb. Pardon me. and he enlisted into the military on the 14th of February 2020 and was discharged on the 13th of May. Wait, I don't know what I said. The 14th of May, discharged on the 13th of February 2022. Yeah. Maybe I should just pause and eat the digestives and then come back to this. Nah. I'm already unprofessional enough as it is. I'm just going to carry on eating the biscuits. Okay. Next member is Xiumin. Now the thing about Xiumin is just I'm just saying from my own opinion, absolutely my own opinion, completely, because I know what some people are like. I know that some fans are like this. I'm not saying that he is, but the amount of fanfiction I have read of him being shipped with Taekwon or Leo, I think his name is. No, I think it is. You can tell my brain's not with it today. I think it's Leo. Fix. Leo. Yeah. Don't go on that, right? Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. The amount of fanfiction I have read with him being shipped with Taekwon because of that damn picture that he posted. I think it was Minsock anyway. Saying that, oh, I love you. Like, oh my god. It's actually kind of funny though. Because, like, I kind of agree. Obviously not claiming that he is gay or anything, or that he isn't anything other than straight, because, you know, at the end of the day, he's not said anything. And at this point, what's the point? Like, he just doesn't. Anyway. Sorry if the audio is terrible with me eating these biscuits, but, you know. Sometimes actually when you have pills, you do actually have to eat after them, and I just have terrible timing with everything in my life. Like, complete other tangent. I actually was meant to be born in September, like late September. My original due date was the 26th of September. My scheduled cesarean that my mum was supposed to have me was on the 19th of September too, and it was on near the summer bank holiday that my mum started obviously like going into labour. We were in the she and my dad were in the local home base, and someone actually said to her, "You're in labour, my love." And mum was like, "Nah, no, I'm not." And it was actually that night then she actually ended up going fully into labour. While still at the house, mind you. So my dad like forced her into the car after calling the ward saying that, "Hey, should I bring her in?" They're like, I can hear her screaming from here. So they pile my mum. So my dad piles my mum into the car. Like obviously gets one of his friends to come into the house to look after my sister, and like is driving down, and they get to this like long narrow road, like this long road that you have to drive down to get to the hospital that my mum actually works at. And like if it not had been for I don't know, my mum's sheer willpower to get to the hospital, that she would have had me on the side of the road. I would have been a road baby. Anyway, so Xiumin was born Kim Min Sok, and is a sub-vocalist, sub-rapper, and my personal favourite. of EXO. He was born on the 26th of March 1990, making him an Aries. His height is 172 centimeters or 5'9", a little bit shorter than me. And his blood type is B. Nationality is Korean, and is a part of EXO-M and EXO-CBX. Break for a biscuit. He also has a little sister whose identity he has worked very hard to keep a secret. I appreciate that. And his hometown is Gyeonggi in the Gyeonggi province. And his education is the Catholic Kwangdong University. Now, this is fun. This is a good person to talk about. If not for the biscuits. If not for the keep on eating biscuits. I've been recording for 25 minutes. I'm running on to the second member of the first group. Get it together, Sophie, and stop wasting your time, okay? I can't help myself. I love biscuits. Anyway. So, it has been reported by everyone except from Minsuk Jumin that he is a doctor. He might perhaps be Dr. Kim Min-sok. This is due to the fact that there have been pictures taken of him at the university doing his doctoral studies, so it might very much be that he is Dr. Kim Min-sok. Yeah, so I am actually going to pause because I do want to eat my biscuits and I don't want to have to keep on waving my biscuit round trying to explain this. So I am going to come back in just 1 second. No time at all will pass for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're back again. I'm very sorry if you were weirded out by the fact that you could hear me eating, however. I didn't know how else to do it, other than waiting even longer to then record. And I like to be prepared. Anyway, so Minsok, Minsok enlisted for the military on the 7th of May 2019 and was discharged on the 6th of December 2020. Now, I will say this. You would assume, assumptions are never good. You would assume that, military service would go through in age. However, unfortunately, that was actually not the case. And it was actually, he was quickly followed by Dio, who I'm going to be talking about very soon. He actually joined Jumin Minsok in the military a few months later through surprise enlistment. You can actually enlist at any point between 18 and 28. I think unless you have special reasons or anything. But you can enlist whenever you want to. It's just normal for at least idols to enlist when you are 28 because you're giving yourself the best chance to be able to have a long and successful career. If you go, sorry, choked on the biscuits. Basically, you give yourself a much larger chance to be able to have a long and successful career if you debut young and then you go to the military as late as you can. So yeah, there is that on that. Baekhyun is the next member. Did talk about him on Super M's episode. However, we will be talking more in depth today. Beyond Baekhyun is the main vocalist of EXO. He was a part of EXO-K, along with EXO-CBX and EXO main vocal line. He was born on the 6th of February. Oh my god, the 6th of May 1992, making him a Taurus, and he is 174 centimeters tall, or 5'8.5", and his blood type is O. Still without the little I keep on thinking it's phenotype, but I know it's not because that is for genetics. However, I will be having a quick little bit of research right here, right now. Yes, it is antigens in the body, like with you can have A positive, A negative, a B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, and O positive and O negative. I actually don't know. That's just like the basic kind of groups. However, I'm sure there are like differences in that sort of stuff. It's why if by any chance you have to get again, I said like about blood transfusions, if you have to have quite a lot of that sort of kind of thing, and especially if you have like organ transplants, actually, it's why they do a lot of testing on the body to see kind of the specifics of like kind of like on a cellular DNA, that sort of kind of basis, and like so much testing of like the white blood cells, the red blood cells obviously, and like the antibodies, antigens, all that sort of stuff before you both can give blood, receive the blood, and receive the oxygens, and have the pieces of organ taken from you, because you know you don't really want to be having the operation and not actually be able to then be healthy for afterwards. So that is something interesting for you. Don't know why I feel like I need to go on tangents about explaining about science. However, we will be doing so for the SHINee part of the episode, unfortunately. Baekhyun has an older brother called Byun Baekbyeon, and he was born in Bucheon in the Gyeonggi province of South Korea. I actually wonder kind of how, if like these people actually know each other, or at least they knew each other before becoming a part of SM. Probably not. It's like saying, oh, you're British, oh, do you know so-and-so? And I'm like, I don't know so-and-so because so-and-so is not real. Or like that sort of kind of thing. And he joined SM in 2011, obviously only training for a year. It's part of Super M. And he also dated Girls' Generation's Taeyeon for about 14 months. However, both of them were very much at the forefront of hate. Now, I'm gonna say this now. Please don't hate people for being in a relationship, it's not nice. You know, at the end of the day, these people are just people, and they're gonna have relationships. There's nothing that we can really do about that, as we're gonna see in a second when we move on to Chen. And it's okay for him to date, and it's okay for him to date Taeyeon from Girls' Generation, okay? Glad we've established that. He and the fellow members of CBX have also Baekhyun made a company, and I think they signed to the company. However, Baekhyun did enlist into the military on the 6th of May 2021 and was discharged on the 5th of February 2023. He enlisted on his birthday? His 29th birthday? Oh my god, honey! Are you okay? Chen. Chen, or Kim Jong-dae, was born on the 21st of September 1992, and he's the main vocalist. His height is 172.5 centimeters, making him 5'9". And his blood type is B. He is Korean, and he is a member of EXO M, EXO CBX, and EXO main vocal line. He and Minsok were the only two members of EXO M who were Korean. His hometown is Siheung in the Gyeonggi Province. And he has an older brother, and he received, his master's in advertisement media at the Hanyang Cyber University, becoming a trainee in 2011 at SM Entertainment, and in 2014 he joined SM The Ballad. Ooh, no idea what that means. It's a ballad group, I'm pretty sure, obviously, because that would make sense. Yeah. His father is also a singer, and his English name is Matteo. He speaks basic English, and he was the last member to join EXO M, and he made his solo artist debut with Beautiful Goodbye, acted in the web drama EXO Next Door in 2015, and he has 2 children. And he's also married. Woo! Yeah, actually, woo, because that's amazing that you were able to find love in this horrid world. Yeah, so they actually had their proper marriage ceremony late last year, even after so many times, because technically you can actually be just legally married for X amount of time. You don't even need to have a ceremony. However, it is normally kind of considered when you get married as being, the day that you have ceremony and stuff. Like, for example, my parents got married on the 13th of May in 1995, so it is nearly their 29th wedding anniversary. And that was the day that obviously they signed the papers and did all of that stuff. And had obviously the actual wedding ceremony in this beautiful church that doesn't unfortunately do marriages anymore. Otherwise I would have been getting my wedding there in the very distant future, considering I'm not even dating anyone. Chen has a daughter and a son. And actually, fun fact also, I was watching a video and someone was saying about how obviously he has quite a morning routine because he has 2 children. Can I just point out that Chen probably doesn't live with his family full time? He's an idol after all. Anyway, next member, Chanyeol, or Park Chanyeol, is the main rapper, vocalist and visual of EXO, who's born on the 27th of November 1992, making him a Sagittarius, and he's 186 centimeters, 6'1". He has the blood type A, he's Korean, is a member of EXO K and EXO CSC. His hometown is Seoul in South Korea. His sister is Park Yu-ra, who used to be a news anchor, and she is 3 years older than Chanyeol. He became an SM trainee in 2008, meaning he trained for 4 years before debuting, and he enlisted on the 29th of March 2021 and was discharged on the 28th of September 2022. He can play quite a lot of instruments, such as the guitar, drum, bass, and djembe? Very sorry if I just completely butchered that. Please don't disappoint John, I'm really trying here. And that he cries probably the most out of any of the EXO members, which, same. I like a good little bit of a cry sometimes. Really kind of releases the good old emotions. Woo. Okay, So Dio, or Do Kyung-soo, is the main vocalist. My laptop made just a horrendous noise just then. Born on the 12th of January 1993, making him a Capricorn, and he is 172 centimeters tall. At 5'8", he is the blood type A. He's Korean and a part of EXO-K and EXO's main vocal line. His hometown is Goyang in Gyeonggi Province, South Korea. His older brother is Do Sung-soo, and he received his education at Baekseok High School. He was a famous Ulsan kid, which basically means like perfect visual. He was a pretty kid, is basically what that means. He became an SM trainee in 2010, meaning he would have trained for about 2 years before debuting, and is quite quiet. He speaks basic English, he loves cooking and cooks for most of the members, and he enlisted in the military, like I said, on the 1st of July 2019 and was discharged on the 25th of January 2021. So about nearly 2 months after Winslow did. He left SM Entertainment on the 18th of October 2023, however he is still considered an EXO member, and as of November 2023 he's under the agency company Susu, which I think is an adorable name, for his personal activities. Now, these next 2 members are currently in the military. We stand Kai. Kai, or Kim Jong-in, is the main dancer, sub-rapper, sub-vocalist, centre and visual. Born on the 14th of January 1994, making him a Capricorn with a height of 182 centimeters or 5'11". Blood type A, nationality is Korean, a part of EXO-K. He was born in Suncheon in South Jeolla Province, or Jeolnam-do in South Korea. He has 2 older sisters, one 9 years older and another 5 years older. He completed his education in SOPA, or School of Performing Arts Seoul, and he joined SM in 2007 when he was only 13 years old, meaning that he trained for 5 years. And his specialties are dance, but not specifically, ballet, jazz, hip-hop, popping, and rocking. He's friends with many fellow idols, and he enlisted, unfortunately, on the 11th of May 2023. Seems to be a lot of May enlistment dates. I think it might be because it's quite warm, so when you're training, like because you train outside typically, it is nice and warm for you. When we were in school, like when I was in school, I mean, we had both outdoor and indoor PE lessons, and those were god awful, mainly because of the fact that both indoor was super duper hot, given that the heating was on most of the time when it was like winter, and obviously it was freezing cold outside. Then when it did get hot, the aircon was never on because we didn't have aircon in school, and when we would go outside, it would be super hot. So that was fun. Yeah. Just love complaining. And we actually did ping pong for PE for like a term, and I was absolutely criminally terrible at it. Mainly because I have no hand-eye coordination, and it was just bad all around. Next member, the Maknae, and then we're on to the bad members. Naughty members, don't do them, okay? Anyway, Sehun, if I can scroll down, Sehun is the lead dancer, lead rapper, visual, and Maknae of EXO. I thought that Kai was the Maknae for a while, until I realised it was in fact Sehun. Sehun was born on the 12th of April 1994, making him an Aries. He is exactly 6 foot at 183 centimeters tall, and his blood type is O, potentially meaning that he can give blood to Baekhyun, I think. I think he was also O, maybe. He is also part of EXO-K or EXO-SC, and his hometown is Seoul. He has an older brother, 3 years older, meaning born in 1990. He also went to the School of Performing Arts Seoul, and he became a trainee at the grand old age of 14 in 2008. He's not very good at pronouncing the letter S. I've noticed though, sometimes when I talk, I don't pronounce every single letter. However, the accent, or I guess like the transcription of this never actually picks up on that. So that's nice. Yeah. So he enlisted on the 21st of December 2023. So he spent Christmas in the military. Oh, that's so sad. But to be fair, it's a lot different in South Korea with the whole holiday type of thing. So the member in hiatus, is currently just Lei. Lei, or Shang Shi Shuao, or his legalized name is Shang Yixing, is the main dancer, sub-vocalist, sub-rapper of EXO. He was born on the 7th of October 1991, making him a Libra. He is 176 centimeters tall at 5'9", and his blood type is AB. He is Chinese and a part of EXO-M. And he was born in Changsha in Hunan in China, obviously, and he is a child. He used to be a local child star back in China, and he thought his blood type was A, but apparently it is AB after retesting. He became an SM trainee also in 2008 when he was 16, and he speaks Chinese, Korean, and English. Yeah, so in 2020 he founded his own entertainment company, Changsha Chromosome Entertainment, and on the 8th of April 2022 it was announced that he had left SM Entertainment after the conclusion of his 10-year contract with the company, and nothing has been said about whether or not he will be continuing EXO activities. However, he was not in the Cream Soda comeback. Sad face. So that was a very, very good comeback. Now, we get on to the bad members. Bad. Don't do this. I swear I'm going crazy. Chris. Chris's name is Li Jiaxian, but he changed his name to Wu Yifan. Now he's just known as Chris Wu. He was a main rapper and the leader of EXO-M. Born on the 6th of November 1990, making him a Scorpio, and he is 186.6 centimeters tall, or 6'1". His blood type is O. He is Chinese Canadian, and he was a member of EXO-M for 2 years before leaving the company. He was born in Guangzhou, Guangdong Province in China, however moved to Vancouver in Canada at the age of 10 before moving back and forth until he settled in Seoul for his thing. He is fluent in 4 languages: English, Cantonese, Mandarin, and Korean. And on the 15th of May 2014, he filed a lawsuit against SM, asking for the termination of his contract, such leaving EXO after allegations of mistreatment. However, those have been changed several times to basically fit any narrative that Chris wants to portray. He was a special mentor on Produce 101 China, or Trang 2020, and in November of 2022, Chinese courts sentenced Chris to 13 years of prison time on the charges of misconduct with children and illegally. Actually, I'll pull up the actual charges he's been faced with, because I want to make sure that we all understand what a horrible, horrible man this is. He was. He is still alive, by the way. He is very much still alive, and I hope that he stays alive for the rest of his sentence, then gets deported back to China, and that China then sentences him. Anyway, okay. So what are the charges? Oh, it doesn't say. Okay. Well, it doesn't say on the R word case. It will probably say on his actual Wikipedia page. I also apologise if you can hear a little bit of nasaliness. You know, after I eat, I get nasally sometimes. All good in the hood. His face just annoys me. His face really does just like irritate me on like so many levels. Oh God, I just looked at that. Oh my golly gosh. Oh, it's not telling me. Okay, that's fine. We'll be able to figure it out. Okay, so the outcome of the case is obviously Chris's arrest, conviction of 2 crimes, sentenced to 11.5 years imprisonment for the first crime, and 1 year and 10 months for the second crime, fixed imprisonment term of 13 years. He will be serving those one after another, not as like some cases can be of that, like he would only serve 11.5 with the 1 year 10 months served, you know, at the same time as the 11.5 years. It will be one after another. He lost sponsorships, and many of his works were removed from Chinese social media accounts and the general market, and he will be deported at the end of his prison stint. And the following list are the companies in which Chris has been condemned from or disassociated with him. However, this list is not complete. We have Bulgari, The Store, Chinese Media Group, Ethereal Sound, Honor of Kings, Cannes Cosmetics, Kiehl's, Lancome, Libby Detergent, Louis Vuitton, L'Oreal Men, Master Kong, Ice-T, Porsche, Seung Hair Care, Tempo, Tencent, Tuborg Beer, and Vati. I would like to extend my deepest condolences to anyone who's been affected from this case, whether it be Du Meiju herself or any of the other victims that have, faced, bad stuff happening to them from Chris Wu. Please do know that this is always a safe place for you to just learn about anything to do with K-pop that you want to learn. But do what you need to do to get through the day. I do fully understand if you don't want to be involved in K-pop any further. Anyway, next member is Liu Han, or Liu Han. He was the lead vocalist, lead dancer, visual and face of the group, born on the 20th of April 1990. Woo. Making him a Taurus. He is 175 centimeters tall, or 5'9". Blood type is A, and he is Chinese, and his subunit was obviously EXO N. He was born in the Haidian district of Beijing, China. He was an only child. He initially auditioned to be a trainee for JYP, but was not accepted. And he filed a lawsuit on the 10th of October 2014. And then on the 8th of October 2017, he announced that he, in fact, was dating an actress called Guan Xiaotong. Happy for them. Wu. Not Chris Wu, just the good Wu. Tao, or Huang Zitao, is the lead rapper, lead dancer, sub-vocalist of EXO. Born on the 2nd of May 1993, making him a Taurus, at 184 centimeters tall, or just 6 foot. He is also a B blood type and Chinese, member of EXO. He was born in Qingdao in the Shandong province of China. He's an only child, and he did file a lawsuit on the 24th of August 2015, or it might have been 2014, I don't know. And he eventually lost said lawsuit on 28th of April 2017, and that he did appeal, but then ultimately lost again on the 27th of October 2017, when they announced that the final decision had been made in the favour of SM. Oh wait, it says in March of 2018 that he filed the appeal. Anyway, filed the appeal, didn't go well. Okay, so let's just quickly get on with SHINee. Okay, because I'm tired. Anyway, I actually don't mind recording right now because it's kind of warm today. Oh gosh, really smoggy, as my mother would say. Okay, so SHINee's back. Sorry. I'm so sorry for that. That was a horrible joke. I'm so sorry. Okay. So SHINee is a 5-member boy group consisting of Onyu, Key, Minho, Taemin, and Junghyun. The only reason I put Junghyun at the end is because I don't know in which age order he would have gone into. However, he is still a member of SHINee at the end of the day. He will forever be a member of SHINee. SHINee's fandom name is Shawol, and their fandom colour actually is Pearl Aqua. We love a good bit of Pearl Aqua. I have no idea what colour that would actually look like in terms of, colours, but yeah. Okay, so first member is Onyu, or Lee Jinki. He is the leader and the main vocalist, born on the 14th of December 1989, making him a Sagittarius at 177 centimeters tall, or 5 foot 9.5, and his blood type is O. He is Korean, as all the members are, just in case. He was born in Gwangmyeong in Gyeonggi-do, South Korea. He doesn't have any siblings, and he enlisted on the 10th of December 2018 and was discharged on the 20th of July 2020. He did make his solo debut 5 days before he enlisted on the 5th of December with his first mini album, Voice. Key, or Kim Ki-bum, is the lead rapper, lead dancer, and the sub-vocalist of SHINee, born on the 23rd of September 1991, making him a Libra. He is 175 centimeters tall at 5 foot 9, and he is B blood type, and he is also Korean. Don't know why I feel like I need to keep saying that. All of the members are in fact Korean. He was born in Daegu in South Korea, and he is an only child, and he was raised by his grandmother because his mother was in poor health right after he was born, and his father was busy with work, so his grandmother ended up being the one who raised him. He was accepted into SM in 2005, and he can speak English and Japanese, and he has a fear of heights. Me too. And he enlisted on the 4th of March 2019, discharged on the 7th of October 2020. Minho, or Chair Minho, Was born on the 9th of December 1991. He's the main rapper, sub-vocalist, and visual of the group. He's a Sagittarius, 181 centimeters tall at 5'11", and he is blood type B. Dun dun dun. And he was born in Incheon, South Korea. Incheon is where the airport is, the international airport going into South Korea. He trained from 2006. Oh yeah, I should also mention they debuted, I think, in 2008 with Replay. Yeah, I absolutely love that song. It's a very strange song. It's very late 2000s. He has an older brother called Minsok, who was born in 1989, and he enlisted on the 15th of April 2019 and was discharged on the 15th of November 2020, and he made his solo debut with the mini album Chase on the 6th of December 2022. Finally, the maknae Taemin, or Lee Taemin, is the main dancer, sub-vocalist, and maknae. He was born on the 18th of July 1993, making him a Cancer, and he is 175 centimeters tall at 5'9", and he is B blood type. He was born in Seoul, has an older brother, trained since 2005 at also the Open Weekend audition casting thingamajiggy, and he is the best dancer of the group, and I would say the entire industry. Have you seen his music videos? Exquisite. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and oh, so he did announce. Okay. He was also the first member of the group to release a solo album called Ace with the title song Danger on the 18th of August 2014, making it nearly 10 years since he became a soloist. And he enlisted in the military on the 31st of May 2021 and was discharged on the 3rd of April 2023. And on the 6th of March 2024, it was announced by Taemin via Bubble that he would be leaving SM Entertainment after, I think 19 years. However, he is still a member of SHINee. Now, the member for eternity. We have Jonghyun, or Kim Jonghyun. He was, and still is, very much so, the main vocalist of SHINee. Was born on the 8th of April 1990 and makes him an Aries. He was 171 centimeters tall at 5'7", and his blood type was AB. He was born in Seoul, South Korea, has an older sister, trained since 2005, and yeah. So he didn't actually end up doing his military service as on the 18th of December 2017. He was found to no longer be alive due to carbon monoxide poisoning, and it was he ended up taking his own life. I don't know whether or not I should kind of explain as to why, because it is kind of still a little bit raw, even if it has been, it's nearly been 7 years actually, I think. However, I'm gonna briefly explain it. Basically, when you burn wood or burn coal or burn anything really, basically it emits something called carbon monoxide, which has one less oxygen atom in it than carbon dioxide, which is the stuff that we breathe out. Yeah. So yeah, essentially, it wasn't good. I think it's that like the body takes it in, and because it wants to steal the oxygen, it kind of it's not fun. It's what I'm trying to say. In none of that sort of stuff is good, and yeah, I didn't think I was gonna it was gonna be so sad at the end. Jeez, but yeah. But if you are listening, Jonghyun, I'm very sorry that I had to cover that little bit, and I hope that you are making music with Moonbin right now, and that you are the happiest version of yourself, and that you are doing so much better mentally, and that we didn't serve your talents whilst you were here. But yeah, so that is EXO and SHINee, plus biscuits and meds and everything else in between. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I certainly did. And I will talk to you again on Friday. Bye.